Welcome to the Daily Devo. My name is Diana Mesher, and today we are talking about questions God asked in the Old Testament, like, Son of man, can these bones live? We are looking at different questions that God asks in the Old Testament. Each question will show us something about God's character and how we can walk with Him. Check out today's verse, and it's Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 3. It says, God asked me, Son of man, can these bones live? I said, Sovereign Lord, you alone know. Do you know what God asked there? He asked, can these bones live? It's a story from the book of Ezekiel when God was talking with this particular leader out in the desert valley. And he asks the question, can? You see, can is a question, is asking, is it possible? It's asking about ability or possibility, doesn't that question? Well, God asks Ezekiel if these dry, brittle bones out in the desert floor could live again. And Ezekiel, he responds by saying, Sovereign Lord, you alone know. What a response. Ezekiel, he didn't depend on his own understanding. He didn't look just at the circumstances on the valley floor that he could see. Ezekiel, he didn't even look at his own experiences, his feelings or thoughts. He deferred to God. He lifted his gaze up to God, to God's power, to God's knowledge, and to God's plan. He let God be God, and he did not try to sit in God's seat, as they say. My grandpa, he was a great farmer and a great handyman. And out on his farm, he was able to creatively fix most any problem that came up. I mean, something as simple as he would connect his bird feeders to the pole in such a way that was so creative that the wind in the Midwest didn't send it flying off. Or he could always fix the toy that we thought was broken beyond repair. I came to believe as a kid that Grandpa likely had a creative solution and the tools to solve most any problem that we brought him. The problems that I thought that they were done, they were stuck, they were broken for good. Well, in today's verse, God is asking, hey, son of man, hey, human, can these bones live? And Ezekiel, he responds with, Sovereign Lord, you alone know. How might you respond today? Are you focused more on God's ability or your ability? Are you focused more on the circumstances around you or on God's ability? Are you focused more on other people, their thoughts, the possibilities in their life, or on God? You see, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says to trust in the Lord with all of your heart and to lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways to submit to Him, to look to Him, and He will make your path straight. And likewise, Isaiah 55, 9 says, As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. That was God speaking. The truth is, God has the ability. Let me say that again. The truth is, God has the ability. He is all-powerful, all-knowing, and all-good. Do you and I believe that today? Do we believe in the sovereignty of God today? Might hope and humility come into our thinking when we ponder this question, Son of man, can these bones live? God asked. And Ezekiel responded, Sovereign Lord, only you know. We'll see you next time.